Hey, what's up everybody? Making another video today because I got some time. Might see my son running around in the background or hear him. Anyways, we are also going to look at Spider-Man. Boom! This is another one. I mean, I guess really, now that I'm saying it, I pretty much get all of them really cheap on sale. Rare I would pay full price for any of these comics except some of the Deadpool companions. The Deadpool omnibuses, he's my favorite. But here's a look at Spider-Man, David Michelini and Eric Larson. This is like all the 90s stuff. I think it's the entire decade of the 90s Spider-Man. And then got some pretty cool art on the back there. That's really cool. I like that a lot. And then the same for the front, just as is. Both really cool. So I read this one a while ago. I don't, there's so many comics, it's hard to remember them all. But it starts off, it's that 90s style. So it's just the mostly hand-drawn art, really beefy, buff dudes, good-looking ladies. Sometimes the ladies are also a little buff, so, what are you gonna do? But it has all the classic Spider-Man bad guys and all that fun stuff. No Hobgoblin really, who's my favorite, but what are you gonna do? Oh, there's my little son in the background. You can see him. Doot, 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 doot. But yeah, so I'll make this one quick. It was definitely good. I'm not a huge fan of Spider-Man, so I didn't know what to expect. I just thought this would be a cool one to pick up. Since it's the 90s decade, which, I grew up, it'd be fun to kind of revisit my childhood and see the kind of references and things like that. Definitely made me more interested in Spider-Man. It's actually pretty funny. He honestly reminds me of Deadpool a little bit, just with the humor and the kind of less serious tone. Some of, obviously it's Spider-Man, he's been around forever, tons of writers, tons of artists, etc., etc. So there's obviously super heavy stories too, but I found this one in general wasn't too heavy, but it was, good stories. I guess it's stupid because I think they're all good, really, except for a couple, like, spin-offs and stuff. Or, there are definitely some low-quality comics out there, but this has that old-school style, another thick 800-pager. Same thing, all these guys have the old mail sent in, which is kind of cool to read. All the black and whites. It's what they always do. Different cover variants, etc., etc. Like me, if you don't know much about Spider-Man and you want something to pick up, this is a good place to start, especially if you're in your 30s and grew up in the 90s. It's kind of fun to kind of go, they're all these old comics are like little time capsules. I really like that about them, especially if you have a good memory and can remember stuff. Anyways, I would recommend this one. I think I got this one real cheap too. It was like 35 bucks or something. So definitely pick that up if you get a chance. There's so many outlets now to buy comics, and like, let's be realistic, not many people can afford to spend $100 on a comic. I guess I could, but then I'd only get one for every 2 or 3 that I get. And that's just not reasonable because you can read these things really quick if you want. And that's my son. So I'm going to end this video, but have a good one, everybody. And, pick it up. Check it out. It's always good to support the comic industry. It's not going to be around forever unless they really switch everything to digital, which kind of is happening. But anyways, I love having the physical copies. Someday I'll let my son read them too. But anyway, have a good one, YouTube, and read more comics. Also subscribe if you want.